On today's show, we begin the countdown to Election Day for the Third Circuit Court of Appeal, a strange race to say the least. And we'll also show you how one burger joint made it big by breaking a rule. Sometimes you just gotta eat and run, and it helps when your meal on wheels rolls up with the good chef on board. We'll meet him today. There's one breed of canines that gets a bad rap and is often last to be rescued. We'll have this story about their second chance at life. We have all these stories and more up next on Louisiana Focus. The race between three women to see who will finish the Louisiana judge's 10-year term took a strange turn this week. Kevin Baptiste has more on the story.
Community members and UL students gathered last Tuesday for the final debate in the race for Third Circuit Court of Appeal judge. Candidate Susan Thiel came in ready, but her opponent didn't come in at all. Candidate Vanessa Wagisback-Ansman was a no-show because she was filing an appeal against a ruling that deemed her ineligible. A judge ruled that Ansman does not have the required 10 years of practice for the seat. Thiel, who has 31 years of experience, doesn't believe a decade is enough.
Generally speaking, at 10 years, you're just beginning to get your feet under you. You really are. You really don't know who you are as a lawyer, I feel, until you've had a substantial amount of practice.
In front of a panel of 7 journalists, Thiel responded to each question and even threw some jabs at her competition.
So nothing terrible that you want to say?
No, I've never been arrested. I'm not under FBI investigation.
Those comments directed towards third candidate, Candace Perrette. Perrette was arrested in 2004 for being naked on a beach, and her husband's company, the Louisiana Specialty Institute, is currently under federal investigation. She declined multiple invitations to attend Tuesday's debate, leaving her competition skeptical.
I guess that she doesn't want to be open to the public to answer questions. And by she I mean Mrs. Perrette, has avoided all forums, which I find curious and unfortunate.
Early voting has already started, and that will run through this Saturday. But for those of you who want to wait until Election Day, that will take place next Saturday, March 25th. For Louisiana Focus, I'm Kevin Baptiste.
Judy Sin has built a record of success in Lafayette, but the burger joint still refuses to serve their hamburger customers one side order. Here's Megan Meadis with the story.
Since they opened their doors in 1947, Judy Sin has been a staple in Lafayette cuisine. In April, they will celebrate their 70th anniversary. But the quirk about the restaurant? They don't serve fries with their burgers and never have. Your only option is a bag of chips on the side.
In the beginning, fries were not really a common thing in 47 when my dad and them opened. Burgers and fries were not known. Burger King, Burger Chef, McDonald's, all that stuff wasn't even around yet. So when they first opened, they chose to do bags of chips and stuff. And over the years, the space requirements didn't allow for them to add on at that time. And then after a while, it just became our niche that we don't do fries.
The restaurant prides itself on serving the burgers that have been voted Acadiana's best numerous times.
It's a homemade product. It's made with care. It's made like you would make it at home. It's a homemade product that we have cultivated over the years, and my dad and them started with a great original recipe, and we haven't changed it. It's just the same old burger that you got in 47, you got it in 60, and now you get it in 2017.
Judy Sin has recently undergone some renovations, and that included ditching the green canopies for Raging Cajun red ones.
We have a lot of traffic through this little business, and there's a lot of wear and tear on the booths, the seats, the tables, the parking lot, everything. So it's just time to do a little renovation.
They may not have fries, but one thing is for sure, they won't be closing their doors anytime soon. For Louisiana Focus, I'm Megan Meadis.
It seems like an unlikely marriage, Cajun cuisine and food trucks, but ZZ Thomas says there is one cook that believes his business success was made in heaven. Here's her report.
Food, and more good food. Lafayette is widely known for their French cuisine added with a lot of their own Cajun flavor to it. Here at the monthly food truck roundup at Malkus Park, you can find a wide variety of food like French, American, Japanese, and Mexican. But with all those options, this certain teacher and owner of C'est Bon Manger knows how to blow away the competition with his Cajun with a twist menu.
C'est Bon Manger means this is good eating. We use a lot of jalapeno peppers, a lot of different spices. In our burgers, we put onions, bell pepper, garlic, parsley, jalapenos. I do a cheesy fried burger too, where I put cheesy fries on the burger, and that sells a lot too.
With all this good food came a side of ups and downs starting the business.
It was hard. It wasn't easy. A lot of people are looking at it and they think that it's something to get into and they're going to make a lot of money, and it's not. That's not the case starting off. Now, after we've been into it it's been almost 2 years, over a year and a half, we're just starting to make some money.
Dr. Jamar also has a couple of more ingredients up his sleeve. With a handful of prayer and a dash full of faith, he made this food truck business a success. From your reporter, ZZ Thomas from Louisiana Focus.
Every year, thousands of dogs are abandoned by their owners, which is where local animal shelters come to the rescue. But one group of dogs nearby found their salvation came from far away. Here's our report. Every year, the St. Landry Animal Control Center in Opelousas receives thousands of dogs in need of a home. Unfortunately, this means that the dogs are at risk of being euthanized if not adopted in time. But why are so many people getting rid of their dogs?
People wanted them. They were cute puppies. They get them, they bring them home. They're not cute in 3 or 4 months when they're eating your shoes and tearing your baseboards off.
The good news is, last week, 50 dogs were rescued by an organization in St. Louis called Stray. The animal rescue team drove hundreds of miles to pick up the dogs after the shelter put out a plea for help on social media.
I've dealt with Stray before. They're just a phenomenal group. We've been through dog fightings, floods, hurricanes. For them, they're a no-kill facility, a kill facility. At the end of your time here, if you're not adopted or rescued, you're terminated.
39 of the 50 dogs rescued were pit bulls. This may be due to their poor reputation.
Because they weren't taught any better. We can tell the dogs that come in here that come from owners, you can tell. You can tell the dog that was probably somebody's house pet compared to somebody's dog that was chained outside.
There are over 100 dogs here at the shelter, kept in cages such as these, waiting to be adopted. For Louisiana Focus, I'm Erica Timble. Louisiana Focus is a production of the Communication Department of the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. Today's producer is Megan Meadis, our director is Matt Roberts, and our faculty advisor is Dr. Bill Davey. I'm Erica Timble. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.